Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. Inside Alexia Umansky and Jake Zingerman's romantic mini-moon, fans can't stop talking about that detail. A love story in bloom. The name Umansky has always carried a certain weight in the Bravo universe. Born into the glamorous world of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Alexia grew up under the shadow of luxury, drama, and the spotlight. But when it came to love, Alexia insisted on finding something that was entirely her own, something real, something untouched by reality television's blinding glare. Enter Jake Zingerman. Their romance, which began quietly, away from the cameras, soon became the kind of love story that Bravo fans dream about. He wasn't a housewife's husband or a Hollywood figure. He was the man who made Alexia laugh when the pressure of her last name grew heavy. The man who held her hand through family chaos. And the one who whispered to her in crowded rooms, "You're the only person I see." By the time they said, "I do," in a wedding that was as intimate as it was breathtaking, their love had already captured the imagination of viewers and fans. But what came after the wedding was perhaps even more magical: their mini-moon. Unlike the sprawling months-long honeymoons that Beverly Hills money could easily fund, Alexia and Jake chose something smaller, something personal, something them. And as Alexia opened the doors to this experience through her words, her photos, and her candid memories, fans were given the rare chance to witness love at its most vulnerable and beautiful. Escaping the expectations. "I didn't want to feel like we had to perform," Alexia revealed in a candid late-night Instagram live from their suite. "I've seen so many honeymoons turn into content trips. I just wanted this to be for us." That decision alone shocked fans. After all, this was the daughter of Kyle Richards, a woman known for elaborate family getaways and perfectly orchestrated vacations. But Alexia was charting her own course. Instead of Paris or the Maldives, she and Jake quietly booked a week in a tucked-away coastal town in Mexico. The destination wasn't the headline. It was the intimacy, the authenticity, and the fact that, for the first time in a long time, Alexia wasn't Kyle's daughter or Mauricio's daughter. She was just Alexia, the new wife. The first photos that emerged set the internet ablaze. Alexia barefoot on a cobblestone street, carrying her sandals in one hand and Jake's hand in the other. Jake leaning across a cafe table, laughing at something she said. And the two of them wrapped in a blanket looking out over the sea as the sun dipped below the horizon. The images were soft, unpolished, and almost jarringly normal. For fans who had followed Alexia through the glitz of Bravo, it felt like a revelation. The dreamy mini-moon itself. The trip unfolded like something out of a romance novel. The mornings began with fresh fruit brought up to their private terrace, where Alexia and Jake would watch the waves crash against the shore. She later confessed that it was the first time in years she had allowed herself to wake up without alarms or schedules. "I didn't even realize how much I needed that," she admitted, "to just exist, to have nothing on the calendar but Jake and me." Afternoons were spent exploring hidden beaches, wandering through open-air markets, and sneaking kisses in quiet corners where no one knew their names. Jake, ever the gentleman, surprised Alexia with handwritten notes tucked into her beach bag. Reminders of how much he loved her, promises of the life they were building together. But it wasn't all idyllic perfection. One night, after a particularly emotional dinner, where the conversation turned to family and future children, Alexia found herself crying in Jake's arms. "I was overwhelmed," she later explained. The reality of being married hit me. The weight of what it means to merge your life with someone else's forever. But Jake just held me and said, "Forever sounds perfect to me." That moment, it sealed everything. The drama no one expected. Of course, no Bravo adjacent story is complete without a little drama. Halfway through their trip, paparazzi somehow tracked them down. A single blurry photo of the couple leaving their villa sparked wild speculation online. Was Alexia being followed? Was someone in her circle leaking her location? Kyle Richards, ever the protective mother, reportedly blew up Alexia's phone when the pictures surfaced. "You need to be careful," Kyle warned, according to insiders. "This was supposed to be private. Don't let them ruin it." But Alexia wasn't rattled. "Maybe the old me would have been upset," she said. "But I looked at Jake and realized nothing outside of this room could touch us. We were untouchable in that moment." It was a turning point, not just for their mini-moon, but for Alexia as a woman learning to separate her identity from her family's fame. Fans react. When Alexia began posting snippets of their trip, the handwritten notes, the unfiltered selfies, the candid moments of laughter, Bravo fans went wild. "This is what real love looks like," one fan wrote. "She's giving us the fairy tale, but without the filters. I am obsessed," another added. Even Andy Cohen chimed in during a Watch What Happens live episode, calling Alexia and Jake's love story refreshing, and joking, "It's the most real thing we've seen in a while," and that's saying something on Bravo. The future beckons. As the mini-moon came to an end, Alexia and Jake found themselves standing on the beach one last time. The waves crashed, the sun painted the horizon gold, and they promised each other that this wasn't just a trip. It was the beginning of a lifetime. Alexia posted a final photo. Her and Jake, backs to the camera, hands intertwined as they walked towards the water. The caption read simply, "Mini-moon forever. With you, every day feels like the start of something new." Fans melted. Beyond the mini-moon. In the months to come, Alexia would look back on that week as a defining moment in her marriage. It wasn't the wedding, the dress, or even the reception that anchored her love. It was the quiet moments in Mexico. The tears and the laughter, the way Jake's hand felt steady in hers when the world threatened to intrude. And though Bravo might be built on drama, excess, and spectacle, Alexia's mini-moon reminded fans of something far more powerful: the beauty of simplicity and the strength of a love that doesn't need an audience to be real. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates.